ICE deports the entire building in minutes? What?
ICE is clearing out New York City Immigration Court
What?
as we speak.
Yes, but I just hold on. Wait, I have the right for due process, don't I? So why are you grabbing me like this? Very nice.
Oh, this guy's got jokes.
Remember, you have the right to remain silent. Not to say anything. Don't answer questions.
Oh, jeez.
ID.
The due process is over. That's why they're getting arrested. They're leaving court, not entering. Who's this? Oh, this little guy right here.
Oh my god! I mean, to be fair, you're gonna fish where the fish are, right? I mean, let's be real, right? I mean, you're spawn camping him, yeah.
Wait, are they arresting more than one person? This is crazy. Look how many agents there are. They got bulletproof vests, masks.
And it's just...
Yes, there must be some conversation right now that we're not supposed to know about. But when you watch this stuff, it's...
Trump and Secretary Noem, and this only sets us back with these radical left agendas.
Oh my god. So they just getting them processed right the fuck out. Half-built tower abandoned as ICE deports the entire... What the fuck? ICE raids taco trucks, deports an entire parking lot of migrants? The deportation army? What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, so let me see this.
ICE agents arrest taco vendors and day laborers.
Day laborers
What's this
and a
about?
woman selling tacos.
They're actually at Home Depot. They actually went to the spawn points. Bro, there's some gamers in the White House. Too easy? I guess so. Barrel fishing at its finest.
Tacos detained by federal agents.
Whoa.
A chaotic scene as U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents chase after
Oh, look,
and
they're
detain
running.
at least half a dozen
Home Depot. Oh my god.
people at this Home Depot Monday on San Fernando Road in Cypress Park.
Who's that
Community
guy?
members trying to gather names and
What's
birth
he?
dates from those
Oh,
being
look at
taken
that.
into custody in unmarked vehicles.
He just rushed in.
Pastor, she gone.
Witnesses say they took a woman who had been here in this parking lot under the freeway selling tacos.
They got the lady who sells tacos
Wow.
down here at under the bridge. They got her too.
Diamond Cruz says the agents who
Jesus.
arrived in several vans grabbed some of the people she'd been sitting with.
They just rolled up,
They just went and got him.
It's crazy.
snuck up behind them, chased them, and just grabbed whoever they can. They grabbed two of my friends that were sitting right here.
So insane to me.
Chloe says she rushed down here to the Home Depot to try and help as many people as she could, or
Help? What are you gonna do? You gonna give them like a... I don't know, like maybe a neck pillow for the flight back to where they came from? Like, what are you gonna... You're gonna help them? Help with what?
protest when she heard about the raid.
What?
One man says he saw some of these workers run into this job center
really?
set up here in the Home Depot parking lot to use it as a safe haven as they
Wow.
were being chased.
Boy, they're actually running them down. Oh my god! This it is! Wow! Who is he?
By the federal agents.
They came through the homeless camp right around the corner from the Home Depot.
Witnesses say they took people from this nearby homeless encampment
Wow.
and detained a man who had been sitting in this chair near the store protesting ICE. In a statement,
Wait, why would you protest them if you know that they can get you? He's just sitting there. Just sitting in the chair, like... What an
and
idiot!
Home Depot said, we aren't notified that ICE activities are going to happen, and in many cases, we don't know that arrests have taken place until after
my
they're over.
God.
But these sudden enforcement actions are leaving entire communities on edge.
They're just coming in here, snatching people.
So they raided all the food vendors here, and they raided the day laborers, and then there's a homeless shelter down the street that they went to as well. But now a whole bunch of flea markets are starting to just shut down.
So Stephen Miller at the beginning of last month was reportedly asking why they were not at Home Depots and 7-Elevens. And then he berated ICE agents for insufficient deportations, asking why aren't you at Home Depot? Why aren't you at 7-Eleven? Fast forward to 1 month later, they're at Home Depot and they're at 7-Eleven.
That they went to as well. But now a whole bunch of flea markets are starting to just shut down in advance. Look at this.
Just weeks ago, this was one of the busiest weekend gathering spots in North Las Vegas. But when Broadacres Marketplace suddenly decided to close its doors, I started digging into why. On June 15th, more than 100 federal agents from ICE and the FBI, many
they
in
raided
tactical
this flea
gear
market.
and masks, swept through the most popular swap meet near Los Angeles. Days after this, Broadacres Marketplace closed their doors. We've now learned
Maybe she could stay.
through sources the company believed federal agents were planning to carry out a similar operation.
Look at it, it's all shut down.
Swap meet in Las Vegas, Broadacres Marketplace. For U.S. citizen and vendor Mary Padilla,
if they're gonna close the entire flea market down in advance of a raid that they don't even know is coming, it must mean that very few people who are legal U.S. residents work at these places.
I feel so sad for the situation right now. We are struggling for pay bills too, but we support the community because I have my parents, and I support everybody.
Why would you say that? Why would you say they need to stop self-reporting, bro? He's listening. Y'all need to stop. Yeah, you guys stop, man.
Right there, acting ICE director. Most people filed fraudulent asylum claims to begin with, which is why they're being deported.
I'm just
what
saying.
Activists are really upset about is U.S. citizens who are hostile to America could lose their naturalized citizenship. Listen to this.
As the Trump administration boosts...
That's the wrong one. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
Sources tell me multiple attorneys met with Broadacres and confirmed federal agents don't need a warrant to access public spaces like vendor aisles and parking lots, meaning by federal law, management cannot stop agents from entering the public areas.
That's right. No, of course they can't stop them. It's a fucking federal government. You think you're going to tell the federal government, no, like you can't go in here? What the hell are they thinking?
Me. So far, Broadacres has not announced a timeline for reopening. Maria tells me that she will continue hoping for the day when she's able to sell her merchandise.
I don't agree with taking away people's citizenship retroactively. I don't either. I think that if you got an anchor baby in here, all right, that's Biden's fault. It happened. But, like, you've got to stop it from happening in the future, right? Like, I don't want to retroactively take away citizenship unless somebody's, like, really fat or something. But other than that, no, they can stay.
Broadacres again.
So they were able to find one person who the news says was negatively affected by this, but these protesters aren't happy with just shutting down. No, they want to go to the source of where ICE agent teams are staying and hassle them 24/7. Look at this.
See, if you look at all of the plan coming together, is that you have the 35-year-old able-bodied losers that are sitting around all day with no jobs and they're being taken off government assistance. I think this problem is going to solve itself. I do. I can see this problem solving itself. The free ride is over? Yeah.
It's a hotel.
That racket, it's not a concert. It's a protest targeting ICE agents while they try...
Oh, it wasn't a concert? Oh.
...to sleep.
That's terrible.
Across Los Angeles County, demonstrators are using noise to drive out immigration agents.
This is...
How is this legal? Like, if I do that to my neighbor, they call the police, and then the police say, stop doing that. Like, why is this even happening? It's crazy.
The campaign is called No Sleep for ICE. The goal, keep ICE off.
Isn't depriving people of sleep like a fucking war crime? I mean, this obviously isn't a war crime, but, like, just so we understand this. Yeah, it is. I thought so. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're going to get somebody hurt. It's a form of torture. Yeah. Liberty, democracy, dude. What's going on with you? Wait. Wait, bro, you think this shit's racist? Oh, my God. What's racist about this? Are you one of those people that thinks that every brown person is an illegal alien? You don't think that every Mexican is an illegal alien, do you? That'd be messed up. That'd be messed up. You thought what the hell? What is wrong with this guy? Oh my God. Who is this dude? So this is what I think that we need to do. You didn't even spell democracy right. We need to take, like, we need to have multiple prison work camps, because obviously we have a problem. And we need to take all these people and we need to put them into prison work camps. That's the solution to this problem. Because, like, we do have a prison, not a shortage, but we have, like, a population issue with prisons. So we're going to get all of them because, you know, they're all walking around, moving around. Like, you could make them, they could make a toy for a Happy Meal, right? I mean, they could make a t-shirt. They could use they could make a chair from Temu. They could be doing that for us basically for free. But unfortunately, we don't make any money off of them doing this. So what I think we need to do, prisons are full, we make new prisons. And by the way, I'm not joking about this. I think that what we should do, if I ever run for president, my policy would be bringing back extreme corporal punishment and making a mandatory 2% of the population of the country being in jail. Whoever the worst 2% of the population are, immediately to jail. We have like a minimum amount of people that go to jail every year. It just stacks up. That's right. Low-key genius. That's right. How much is 2%? It's a lot of people. Super jail? Yes. That sounds expensive. That's because we're going to make them work. They're going to pay for it. It's okay. The prison games? That's right. Bring back asylums? Oh, no. You'd have them in the asylums, too. But instead of... Oh, geez. Okay. Never mind.
Officers up all night and pressure hotels to kick them out.
That's ridiculous. Don't these people have jobs?
It started after mass raids on June 6. Agents reported showing up in ski masks.
No. No.
And street clothes detaining people from work sites in predominantly Latino neighborhoods. Protesters now hitting back with megaphones, car horns, and even mariachi music.
Okay.
These late-night rallies stretch from Burbank to Long Beach, sometimes lasting past 3 a.m. ICE says the protests are...
Why are they putting up with this? Why is the harassment of certain people being allowed? I can't do this to my neighbor. Why can they do it to them? This is outrageous. It's California? Oh. Yep. Noise curfew? Yeah, it should be. Yeah, there's a noise curfew, right? It makes no sense. See, this is, again, guys, I'm telling you, I will solve every problem by putting annoying people in jail. Literally every problem in the entire country will go away if you just let me put everybody that I don't like in jail. And before you want to say, oh, you can't do that, it won't work, look at El Salvador. It already did.
Fueled by disinformation and dangerous rhetoric from local officials. But some hotel workers say the pressure's working.
Yep.
At the Cambria Hotel in Burbank, staff say ICE agents checked out after just one night. Yelp reviews tanked and guests moved rooms or moved out. And while
that's awful. So these protesters and agitators, they're willing to shut down and destroy businesses in their own...
Well, let me get this straight, actually. No. I don't think he's going to put it together on the level that I think it needs to be put together at. Maybe he will. I like Cash Jordan. If I ever went to New York, I'd like to do a video with him. I might go to New York sometime soon. We'll see what happens. That being said, all of these people, is well established that hotel hospitality workers are one of the main groups that are employed that are illegal immigrants. This has been well established. Trump has said this. If you've ever been to a hotel, you would know this. So they're actually griefing their own team. Because if you're in favor of these illegal migrants and these illegal immigrants that are in the country, then why are you going and destroying the businesses that are employing them? You see what I'm saying? It's stupid. It's friendly fire. I've never been to a hotel. They suck.
Community that may employ legal immigrants just to get back at who they see as the enemy.
That's right.
Awful.
Bank isn't a sanctuary city. It passed a resolution earlier this year limiting cooperation with federal immigration authorities.
Bro, did he just run a red light? Oh, no, never mind. It's green.
Earlier this year, limiting cooperation with federal immigration authorities. In Whittier, police fired less lethal rounds to clear crowds, but demonstrators regrouped and kept going. Protesters admit they can't verify every ICE stay, but say license plates, Instagram tips, and unmarked vans paint a clear picture. And for now, they'll keep circling hotels.
Bro, they're bringing that Vuvuzela shit back? What World Cup was that? Like 2009? Holy fuck, that was stupid as hell, wasn't it? Oh my god.
Until ICE checks out for good. For more of our unbiased straight factor, they'll keep...
These people should be arrested.
I know.
Why are they allowed to be on the hotel property and not be trespassing? But now there's a new app that helps people track down where ICE is, which means there's only going to be more protests.
It's called Ice Block, an iPhone app that lets users alert others nearby of immigration and customs enforcement activity. The creator calls it an early warning system. Users can drop a pin on a digital map showing where they spotted agents and add notes about vehicles or uniforms if they want. Anyone with the free app within a 5-mile radius gets a notification.
Apple approves of
the
this?
developer told CNN the goal is to help people avoid ICE.
They don't really have like an approval. They just basically let people put up whatever they want. It's not like it's a big deal.
Interfere with enforcement.
If the goal is to help people avoid ICE, why doesn't the app just redirect them to Homeland Security so that folks can get a free plane ticket and avoid ICE by legally leaving America? I mean,
they get $1,000. We're paying them $1,000 to fuck off.
All know that's not why this was created. Come on.
He also says the app does not collect personal data and users remain anonymous. It's only available on iPhones for now because Android devices would require data collection that could expose users.
Oh, it's on iPhones, so they're letting the iPhones that are on that. That's crazy. So this is the kind of stuff that I feel like if Trump, if it was me, this is what I would do. I would just tell Apple, I'd be like, listen, boys, you gonna sort this out, or we're gonna figure out why there's kids on the app using sexual apps. We're gonna figure this out. It's gonna be an investigation next week. You know, FCC, yep, we're going to just figure it out real quick. And that would be the end of it. I guarantee you. Damn, UK did it? Yeah. Base, no, the thing is that I think Trump is like, I think he's too nice. I do. I think he plays too nice with these people. Every once in a while, and I think it's really good, like, you know how like he bombed the stuff in Iran? And then like nobody's causing problems after that, right? Like, there's no bullshit from, like, the Houthis, the Hezbollah, Hamas is talking about a ceasefire. Because they don't want to get fucking blown up. You have to set an example. And if you don't set an example, then more people do it. I didn't say to bomb the protesters. I did not say that, okay? If you bomb them, then you can't enslave them for free labor. What are you, stupid? Are you fucking retarded? No, it's the worst idea I've ever heard. What a fucking idiot.
There is currently no way to verify reports made on the app. There are some safeguards in place to keep people from spamming it with fake reports. Yeah. Users are only able to report sightings within 5 miles of their current location.
Of course.
They also can only make one report every 5 minutes. And all reports are automatically deleted after 4 hours. The app...
You know, this app, it's just going to tell people where they can go, like the protesters that showed up thinking that they were going to help at this food vendor raid. It's just going to tell
You think they'll do labor? Yeah, of course. It's easy to make people do what you want. Yeah, it's easy. Like you like if you think that you can't get people to do what you want, you're just not creative.
People where to go to harass the federal government. And I hate to say this, but somebody could get hurt because of this.
Not sitting well with my next guest. Borders our Tom Holman joins me now. Tom, they've crossed the line here.
China, yeah.
This is out of control.
I know, it's just simply disgusting, and any network that covers that is disgusting as well. So I'm hoping DOJ steps in there and see if they cross that line of impeding federal law enforcement officers. Look, Lawrence, you and I talked about this.
Yeah.
Social security slice is up over 500%. Now you got an app that's going to tell where ICE operations are going to be. It's only a matter of time for ICE agents.
It's obviously like this app puts everybody in danger because it escalates the tension of like any sort of interaction. Like it obviously does, right? I mean, it makes it to where like people can booby trap an area that the agents are going to go to. It makes it to where people can actively obstruct the people that are trying to uphold the law. It gives people that are criminals a heads up so they can maybe run away or get away before that happens. Like, I mean, there's like multiple reasons why this is bad. And every reason puts innocent people in danger at the expense of these people, a bunch of, again, white liberal Karens feeling good about themselves that they're helping people that they think are less fortunate. It's embarrassing. Or kill the ICE agents. Well, yeah, of course, right? It's super weird this is tolerated. What a paradox. Well, it's tolerated because, again, like, they're pussies. They don't handle this the right way. They should handle it like... It's actually embarrassing. It's so annoying to me that they let this happen.
Ambushed by some nut, like what happened in LA, throwing a Molotov cocktail, throwing bricks at these officers. This is just disgusting at every level.
Yeah.
So I hope DOJ dives in this deeply, because you know ICE is concentrating on public safety threats and national security threats.
Helping a criminal equals accessory to a crime. There's reason enough to ask Apple to just ban the app outright. I think that the better solution would be to look at. So there are certain apps that have to have, there are like, whenever you take data from a user, there are certain requirements that apps need to have as like data requirements. And Big F, are we good? Give me a second. How are we doing? We chilling? Yeah, I don't know what that was. I mean, I didn't go down. It's just probably just Twitch. It's just Twitch being fucked up. Impeding and endangering. Yeah, you got to, there's no public good that the app serves as opposed to a plane and helicopter traffic. I mean, I would say in a lot of cases doesn't really do a lot of good either. But people are way too apt on infringing freedom instead of figuring out the root cause. Well, it shouldn't really matter what the root cause is. I mean, it's not really impinging on freedoms. Whenever you're actively impeding a police officer from doing their job, that's not really impinging on somebody's freedom. That's just being a retard. That's it. If I was government, I would let it go and use it as a tool to capture those doing harm. Maybe.
It shouldn't be a partisan issue. This shouldn't be an issue anybody is against. So they're already a dangerous job going after the worst and worst. These guys are putting their lives on the line every day going after the worst and worst international security threats. And this app makes it that much more dangerous. It's incredible that those who enforce law, all of a sudden they're the bad guys. The ones who break the law, they're victims. It's disgusting.
He makes a good point. When ICE goes out and does anything, They have a targeted enforcement operation, which is what they're engaging in. They're not just going to places to see who they can pick up today. No, that's not what they do. They go where there's already higher than average levels of criminal activity. Just a group of people in the country illegally, that's not enough to trigger a raid. There's got to be something else happening, which is why specific locations are getting targeted.
You know, I can't figure it out. I've been doing this for 4 decades. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Well, they're not just checking shit out. Yeah, obviously not. I mean, they might go to be like, you know, they're going to go to high-level spawn points, right? Like a Home Depot or something, sure. But, like, for the most part, yeah, they're probably going based off of information they have or reports.
They hate Trump more than they love law enforcement.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out. But
they love criminals more than
you
the law.
advertise this guy's app on a national TV network. That's just going to bring more.
How is this any different than the Woz app, where users can report where police speed traps are? That's an interesting question. Let's address that. How do you avoid a speeding trap? By slowing down, right. How do you avoid the ice? How do you avoid ice? By running away. So one of them is encouraging people to be law-abiding, and the other one is encouraging and enabling people to break the law. That's what the difference is.
Followers, sick followers to the app and use it. Again, letting the bad guy know ICE is coming.
I know.
They're here. Here's where they're going next.
They're slowing down.
This is dangerous for the men and women in law enforcement.
True time.
And I also want to say that the people asking those questions are not asking them in any some people every once in a while are, but a lot of the people that ask these questions are not asking them in a genuine sense. They don't really want the answer to this. They just want to create some dichotomy that they can feel smart about, like thinking that I'm the first person that discovered this. These are not questions that are in most cases being asked in good faith.
So if they go to get somebody who's very dangerous, like the human smugglers in this house that you see on the screen right now, what if those people had escaped? This was a group of folks connected with governments around the world who had helped import national security threats into the very backyards of some of these people that don't want to see ICE in their neighborhoods. But if anybody gets arrested, they're going to wind up here at this new prison in Florida. Look, it's already set up. Here's the president. He's walking in. He's got his red hat on. He's with the Florida governor.
Geez.
Look at this
so
place.
Didn't they bring in the first people at the beginning? I think they did, right?
It's a detention center. It's the Alligator Alcatraz facility we've been hearing so much about.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Mr. President, Mr. Governor, what's your message
they
to
built this in
Governor
8
Gavin
days.
Newsom?
Gavin Newsom.
Well, the first thing you should do is come here and learn something.
Whoa.
Because they don't do this. They don't know. They wouldn't know where to begin, and if they did, it would cost them 100 times more. So I would say he should call the governor and Christie, and I'm sure you'd give him because his state is a disaster, and he doesn't do this.
Well, they have the original Alcatraz, so you guys could approve him being able to set one of these up.
Yeah, I don't think Gavin Newsom's going to set this up.
Is Alcatraz in California? I didn't even know that.
My sense is he's probably not going to bite on that.
Yeah, maybe not.
But I don't know that they'd be able to come in at cost because they tried to do this high-speed rail. They spent like $150 billion, no tracks. We've got a privately funded rail in Florida from Miami to Orlando. It cost the taxpayers $0, and it's very successful. So it's just a much different approach between states.
We're not going to let him get anywhere near Alcatraz.
No.
They're standing in a jail for people who are supposed to be deported, bragging about their accomplishments. It's funny.
Yeah, of course.
First person checking into the room, sir. Tomorrow.
Hopefully, yeah.
Tomorrow? Tomorrow.
They have the doctors. They have all the professionals.
There's going to be
Oh, jeez.
pretty sweet because There's been civilians here, so they will sweep this multiple times to make sure there's nothing can be used as weapons or.
Yeah, let me see if they have a video of that.
Once that's
Since
clear,
they're already there,
they'll do
let me
so.
see.
It's really up to Secretary.
No, I'll pull it up after this.
Wow. So they'll be ready to receive.
I think our viewers at home should note that this is air-conditioned facility, so if any of the news claims are keeping them
It's a
out in the
waste of
hot
money.
humid South Florida,
Right.
that is wrong. It's probably 62 degrees here.
To be honest. Hey, Biden wanted me in here, okay? He wanted me. It didn't work out that way, but he wanted me in here.
Oh, man. Yeah,
Please
the media is
finish
totally going to claim that this place is inhumane, but look, it's a big tent with a bunch of bunk beds in it, and this is the same sort of thing that we saw in New York City. What you're seeing on the screen right here are photos
He cut
of
it
a
out,
New York
bro.
City.
He called Biden a crazy son of a bitch. By the way, like, I mean, is it a little bit inhumane? It absolutely is. It 100% is partially inhumane. Of course, it's a prison.
Asylum shelter,
how it
which
is.
cost more money and took a lot longer to set up than this place. And this place is going to be called inhumane. But when these places were in New York, everybody wanted them to stay forever. Anyways, what do you think about all this? Thank you
Man,
so much for watching.
that
I
is
will see
fucking
you
funny.
in the next video.
Oh my god. They're actually just... Bro. I cannot fucking believe it. They're actually just straight up going to the Home Depots and arresting all of the people at the Home Depots. There it is. There's the video right there. Give it a like. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. And, yeah, what are they supposed to do? Put them up in hotels? That's what happened. Big news. Can you look at what Raw Alerts just posted? Yeah, sure, I'll look at it. Why not? And give it a like. I like Cash Jordan a lot. I think he makes great videos. I'm a big fan.